Well, hello everyone, and welcome to Unscripted Conversations and Moments with Coach Jackie
Yes. Hello.
and Coach Shalonda. So dive deep with us as we navigate and discuss the journey of life, personal growth, pursuit of clarity and purpose, and everything in between, y'all. From mindset to entrepreneurship, join us for another candid conversation and a journey of self-discovery. So get ready to challenge, reflect, and grow. So, Coach
Yes.
Jackie, here we are again.
Ooh, yes.
How
How
are
are
you?
you?
I'm surviving. I'm surviving. And I want to know, how are you? We're
I
coming
am
off
doing
of
well.
Thanksgiving, and
Yes.
we're coming into this great holiday season coming up.
Yes.
And I wanted to ask you, along with how are you? Is this season what I like to call like happy holidays for you? Or is it in a holidays with a DAZE? Is it put you in a daze? Because I've recognized that it's different for different people for different reasons.
Yes.
So talk to
Absolutely.
us. How are you? And is this holidays or holidays?
I am doing well, but I have to be honest. I'm going to say it's a holidays for me right
Mm.
about now. There's just so many things just going on, but I'm so grateful that even in the midst of it all, I can still laugh. I can still have joy. How are
Yeah.
you?
I'm hanging in there. I'm hanging in there. And it's probably a little both for me.
Mm-hmm.
I enjoy the holidays. I enjoy
Mm-hmm.
hosting and having family over, but it's a little overwhelming, if I must admit, like
Mm-hmm.
you right now, because I'm coming off of some health things, and
Mm-hmm.
I typically don't host Thanksgiving. My sister does, and she
Wow.
decided to move to the DR. So
Wow.
that left me to host Thanksgiving, and so
Wow.
it's like Thanksgiving and then my
Mm-hmm.
staff Christmas party, and then like 7 days later, Christmas, and I'm hosting. So
Wow.
I'm kind of in a daze.
Yes, ma'am.
What are some things you find that put people in that daze, or people that have the happy holidays?
Mm-hmm. And I think it's like you said, it's different for different people. For some people, it's like really difficult because it's a time of year where they have family members that are no longer with them and that
Mhm.
have a tendency to, make their heart a little bit heavy because of love. When someone have had family members who have been gone for years, for some it's fresh, things that just happen within the year. And then you have some people who life as well. They're on the top of the mountain, they're really celebrating and enjoying all of what this season brings,
Mhm.
So
Mhm.
I find that I try not to be insensitive to individuals that I know that this is a difficult time for them, even though things may be going well and okay, but I, still having a sensitivity to individuals who are struggling this time of year.
Yeah, one of the things for me this year too is financially.
Oh,
Oh my gosh, I'm so disappointed in where
mm,
I am financially, because I like to do for people. I just like to do for people. And then I have my
mhm,
nieces and nephews, really my great nieces and nephews, and I try to do for them because my nephew passed away years ago. And we try to step in. But this
mhm.
year, oh my gosh, I'm like, and you know how you're used to doing something, so people probably expect you to do it.
Yes,
And
yes.
you're like, I don't have it.
Mhm.
So that's kind of got me down a little bit too, the financial
Yes,
piece. And I know people
yes,
struggle with that as
absolutely,
well. And
absolutely.
traditions, it's like traditions are so special to me. And I don't know how special they are to younger people now. I don't know what you think,
Hmm.
but like with my son and then, for example, I mean, I think they appease us because they kind of know they kind of have to. But for me, like we used to do Christmas Eve at my grandmother's house.
Wow.
And every year we went to my grandmother's for Christmas Eve, and then we would ride around to see the lights. We would go
Mhm.
downtown to the Circle that's here in Indianapolis, and we did it like clockwork.
Right.
And to me, that was just so special.
Mhm.
Do you have any traditions like that you did that were like special to you that maybe can get us more in the holiday spirit?
Oh, wow. Now I'm going to be dating myself because what we used to do, they used to call it caroling. So we
Mhm.
would go out in a group and we would go from door to door, house to house, and then we would sing Christmas songs. And then the family would, give us hot chocolate or something to drink because it was cold. But it would end up being a lot of fun. And sometimes we would go out to eat afterwards. That was always so much fun. And some days you have, I was talking to my niece the other day, and she was telling me how they have a tradition now where they decorate the tree, and she makes cookies, and all the grandkids, they come over and they do different things that they put on the tree. And I said, but that's really nice that you're establishing, your own family tradition. So that makes it really special when you have those.
Yeah, and you know what I just thought about when you said that COVID kind of changed. Oh my gosh, we missed Christmas with that was, oh my God, like I'm like, we're not having Christmas together. I mean, I almost didn't believe it. And then the very next year, we were afraid to kind of do it. And then what was crazy, I ended up with COVID on the next year. I'd already had it the year before. And so we ended up not getting to have Christmas with my family because I had COVID. And so it was like I pushed it to the middle of January and I had Christmas then. And so I was like, you still have to wear your Christmas pajamas. You still have like we're doing all the things like it's Christmas. I think those things are just important. Tradition is important, and it brings people together.
Yes.
And even though sometimes they don't want to, we have a good time. So
you're right.
I like to host. And so when we come together, I like to do a lot of games and dancing. And they're like, oh, here she goes with these games. But I just think it's fun. And like you said, put the tree up, bake the cookies. But my son is 28. So it's like, he's not down for that kind of stuff. So like my nieces and nephews now, we did a Christmas Eve thing for them. We let them bake their own pizzas, and then we baked cookies and let them decorate them. And it was just fun.
Wow.
So I kind of look forward to having a grandchild for that reason, so I can get back into all of that. But I do want to ask you, so did you guys, like, how do you feel about like Santa Claus? Like, did y'all, because with us being in the church and stuff like that, like there's this whole thing of like, no, it's not no Santa Claus, so did you guys look forward to Santa, or were you told there was no Santa, or how did you grow up?
I grew up believing in Santa Claus. I definitely did. You had to go to bed, and if you didn't go to bed, that meant Santa Claus wasn't going to come to your house. But you were up 4 or 5 o'clock in the morning, first thing in the morning, excited to see what he bought. We used to talk about, putting cookies in milk, leaving it for Santa so that he could have something to eat and drink, coming down the chimney every year or whatever. But yes, a lot of kids today, though, they don't believe in Santa Claus. They don't. But it was a fun experience, It has its pros and cons, but I think it was fun. It definitely made.
I get why they say you don't want to believe, like, because my pastor used to be. I'm like, my son's in here like covering his ears. He's like, fat white man come down no chimney, bring gifts. We bought those, and I'm like, no, but because it's just so fun to believe. It is so exciting. I remember my dad would say, he tells all the time that we would be at my grandmother's on Christmas Eve, and as it would get late, I would get nervous that Santa wasn't going to come if I didn't get home and go to sleep. And we would ride in the car, and on the radio, they would announce where he was. They would say like, oh, he's over California, or he's over there. And I'm like, we got to go. And my dad was like, we're going to get home. And so I would go put on my pajamas. And another tradition, we always got to open one gift on Christmas Eve. And so I would look forward to like shaking them and trying to figure out which one I was going to open. And so I always did that with my son too. Like, you open one gift on Christmas Eve, but I would want to get home so bad to get in that bed and wait on him to come. And he ate the cookies, he drank the milk, and he left me a letter. And it was just so fun. But you're right, nowadays kids don't believe as much, or they stop believing much sooner.
Right.
Right. Yeah, because my nephew's like now, because his sisters are like telling him that is now no Santa Claus. And so, I'm like, oh, don't tell him that. Please don't tell him that. But we still obviously honor the birth of Jesus,
Right, for sure.
Absolutely.
I definitely think it was a fun experience. Now, music. What kind of Christmas music did you enjoy?
Oh, man. So I have a whole Christmas music playlist now that you say that, because I play it when they're coming in. And you got to go back to the Silent Night. Like, you got to go to Silent Night.
Now, the Temptation Silent Night?
Yes, the Temptation Silent Night. And you got to go to This Christmas. And I could do both. I could do the old one and the new one. I love that. And I saw Mommy Kissing Santa Claus. And Santa Claus is a black man. What you got for us? How am I doing? How am I doing so
You're
far?
doing really good. You're hitting them all. You're running out. I like
Look, let me
Silent
pull up my
Night.
playlist. Go
I
ahead.
love the Drummer Boy.
Mm-hmm.
I
Mm-hmm.
love the Drummer Boy. What's some of my other favorite Christmas songs?
Silent Night, The Temptations.
Yes,
Okay.
yes, yes. I like that one. Did the
Pull up
Four
my list.
Tops have a Christmas song that was famous?
Now that I don't know. I'm about to pull up my Christmas list if I can find it. Let's see, where is it at? I know it's in here. And I just kind of let it play. And like
Mhm.
you said, I add some of the old and some of the new.
Right.
Here it
Now,
is.
this one by Kim that I love. It's called What Christmas Means. Oh,
Mm-hmm.
I played it yesterday. I said, oh, I can start playing this again. My husband was
Oh,
like, because I'm the
have
kind of
yourself
person,
a
if I
merry
like a
little
song,
Christmas.
say it again.
Have yourself a merry little
I
Christmas.
like that. Now,
Mm-hmm.
you know what else I like? I like, it's an old song by Mary Mary. It says about don't forget when you something when you trim the tree,
Mm-hmm.
don't you forget what Christmas means to me. I like that one too. I can't sing, so if you hear me talk the
I wish
words.
you would sing it for us. Go on and sing it for us. Now we got to add this one. I'm assuming you know this one, but All I Want for Christmas Is You by Mariah
Yes,
Carey. We got to
yes,
have that. That's
yes.
the #1 Christmas selling song of all time.
Wow.
We did Santa Claus is Coming to Town. I saw Mommy Kissing Santa Claus this Christmas. I have Yourself a Merry Little Christmas from Luther Vandross and Mary J. Blige.
Okay.
Let me see. Oh, I have Santa Claus Go Straight to the Ghetto by James Brown on here. I do that for my daddy. Rudolph, the Red-Nosed Reindeer.
Yeah, we did that one. Yes.
Yep. Oh Holy Night.
Yes.
Let's
Yes.
see. Jesus, Oh What a Wonderful Child. I wish I could
Yes.
sing. We could really sing these. Give Love on Christmas Day.
Yes.
That's
Yes.
a
That
good
is nice.
one.
Mm-hmm.
Someday at Christmas, Stevie
That's
Wonder.
nice too. Yeah, you got a nice
Uh-huh.
playlist.
Oh, see it. And I got Jesus is the Reason for the
Mm-hmm.
Kirk Franklin. There's no Christmas without Now Behold the Lamb.
Okay. Mm-hmm.
Rocking around the Christmas
Oh,
tree.
wow. Happy holiday.
Yeah, yeah. Baby, it's cold outside.
Okay.
Um, Santa Baby. Oh,
Mm.
there's one. What do the lonely do at Christmas? You remember
Wow.
that by the Emotions? What do the lonely do? I ain't gonna sing. I can't sing. So, but yeah. So yeah, I got a lot of old school, and then I have some
Okay.
new school. So I love it. It just puts you in this.
It really
Oh, like
does.
if you go in the store, the
It
mall, and you
really
hear it, it just
does.
makes you feel jolly or happy.
Yes.
You know what I mean? So
Yes. Yes.
I love that.
Now, what
So
about movies? What are some of your
um,
favorite movies?
that's a good one. So I love oh shoot, is it This Christmas? Is that the name of it? I think it is This Christmas and Best Man Holiday. And
That was good.
I
Mhm.
love the Elf and I love the Santa Claus and I love Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer,
So
Frosty
you a
the
Charlie
Snowman.
Brown person?
All right, he's all right. I'll watch him, but I prefer Rudolph and Frosty. What
Okay.
about you?
I love Preacher's Wife.
Oh,
I
yeah.
definitely love what's my other one I like to watch with Jennifer Hudson in it.
Mhm. Dream Girls? No.
Mm-mm.
That was just on yesterday. That's what I'm saying.
Oh man. Yeah, that was on yesterday. Oh wow, I can't remember. As much as I love that movie, it's going to come to me
Yeah.
as we keep talking. But definitely I love Preacher's Wife.
It's just
I
like,
like a lot of the Christmas movies that come on Hallmark. So some days I
mm-hmm,
sit there and I
mm-hmm,
watch those or whatever,
yeah.
especially the little romantic ones. I really
Mm-hmm,
like
mm-hmm.
those.
Home Alone.
Oh, that was funny.
So
Yeah.
yeah, all
Mhm.
those little movies. Because I would watch it
Mhm.
with my kid. But
Mhm.
so I like those. I was watching Elf. Oh, the Christmas Story. Um,
Okay.
yes, they
Uh-huh.
played that 24 hours.
Uh-huh.
Um,
Mhm.
Christmas National Lampoon Christmas Vacation.
Okay,
Love
I
that.
remember that.
But I love This Christmas. And then Preacher's Wife. Best
Yes.
Holiday. Like I said.
Mhm.
But
Mhm.
all the stuff that comes on, it just puts you in this.
It really does. It
Yeah.
really does.
And I
It
was
really
supposed to put my
does.
tree up this weekend.
Oh, okay.
And I just
Okay.
haven't.
So I
So
bet you go all out decorating.
a little bit. just a little bit. Just a little bit. It takes you don't realize how many hours it takes because you're thinking, oh, we're just doing.
Mhm.
No, it's a lot of
Mhm.
work. It's a
Wow.
lot of work. It's a lot of work to put
Wow.
everything up. It's a lot of work to
Mhm.
take everything down.
Yeah.
So I
Yeah.
really wanted to. The tradition was this
Mhm.
is the first year. I have not gone Black Friday shopping. I've gone
Wow.
Black Friday shopping ever since I was probably in high school.
Wow.
So I was a little down because I didn't have the money and I didn't have,
Mhm.
so, but I was like, it's
Mhm.
okay. And I always put up my tree this weekend. And
Mhm.
so it's Sunday and it's still not up. So I'm trying to hang in there. Do you put up a tree at all or any decoration?
No, I typically don't. I typically don't put up I don't do a whole lot of decorating. I might put a few things around the house to kind
Mm-hmm.
of give it a festivity look. Probably because we don't have children.
Yeah.
So it's just my husband and I. It doesn't matter to him. So I
He's
haven't
like,
really.
whatever.
Yes.
Yeah. I don't know, even with the decorations, it's something that just brings a different look to your
It
home.
really
And so you're
does.
just, it just
It
for that
does.
for that month or so, it's just like
Yes.
so pretty. And
Yes. I
so I
like the
do.
lights.
Yeah.
I do like the lights. I like to ride around and, different neighborhoods and look at the lights. Like here, you can go down to the beach and they have the beach lit up with different lights and everything. It looks really, really, really nice. So I agree. I
Oh,
just love this time of year. It's definitely kind of puts you in a really good and happy mood or whatever. Even though you want to be like that all the time, but it's nice to have a
mhm.
season or a time of year to kind of elevates it, starting
Yeah.
out with Thanksgiving, getting you in the mood by being thankful and
Yes.
grateful for,
Yes.
all that you have and you're just grateful for who God
Mhm.
is in your life, grateful for your family,
Mhm.
your friends. And I remember it's a lot of the matriarchs. They're the ones that really, really keep the family together. They're the ones that really say, okay, let's get together. Let's do this. I just actually sent my nieces a text and I said, hey, we need to probably spend a little bit more time together. I said, what if we start doing we can do switch houses, maybe
Yeah.
every Sunday, one Sunday it could be your house, one Sunday it could be your house,
I love
another
that.
Sunday it could be my house. I'm learning now with everything that's going on in my life that, family, it is just so, so important. We do a lot of things, but it's still nothing like your family. It's nothing like really loving on your family. So it just makes me reflect and appreciate the people in my life, the people that, care about me and that I care about them. And it also makes me really be more open to share that and let people know how much they mean to me. Because something I'm learning, things could change so quickly. Everything could be honky dory, and then 24 hours,
It's like
it's
that.
amazing what can happen within 24 hours. So, I'm learning that, it's just relationships are just so important. They really, really
Let
are.
me ask you this now that you're talking about family. A couple of things I'm curious about. So for Christmas, um, when your family does come together, for some people, that's a fun, joyous time. For other people, it's stressful. Sometimes there's
Yes.
drama, sometimes there's arguments, disagreements. And I'm curious. So I'm curious about, that and how you maneuver that. And I'm also curious about just like when you guys come together for Christmas, what do you eat? Do you guys eat the same thing that you have for Thanksgiving? Because this is always a debate in my family. They're always
Right.
like, let's do something different for Christmas. And then I'm
Mm-hmm.
like, I still want turkey and stuff because they're like, let's do seafood. I don't eat seafood. They always want to do something different. And so I was
Mm-hmm.
just thinking yesterday, I wonder if we could really do something different this year. And I'm like, I don't think I could do it. So what do y'all eat and how do y'all come together and how do you maneuver just everybody being together during the holiday?
Now, since I've been in Virginia, it's been a little bit different because the majority of my family is up north. So
Oh,
growing up, my grandmother, we would always go over her house. She would fix breakfast. We would have fried chicken, rice, fish, grits, pancakes. My friends couldn't believe it. You guys eat all that for breakfast? She would just have an amazing breakfast. And then we would just sit around a table, laugh, joke, sing songs, love
mm-hmm.
on each other, whatever. So for the most part, we had the traditional for both seasons. But now that I'm older,
Mm-hmm.
sometimes we switch up for Christmas. I remember one Christmas, I said, how about we just have spaghetti?
See, that's all people do that. They do.
I was so over it because really we eat turkey pretty much all year round. I don't
Oh, it
particularly eat
makes
the
a
whole
difference.
turkey, but usually I like turkey wings and turkey
Mm-hmm.
legs.
Mm-hmm.
So I eat that pretty much all year round, and we don't really eat
Got you.
ham. I love greens, so I eat them.
Mm-hmm.
I love yams. Sometimes I make squash and I kind of season them as if they were
Oh,
yams.
okay.
We have the traditional cornbread, potato salad. I love cranberry sauce. Thanksgiving is not Thanksgiving if you don't have cranberry
No, it's not.
sauce.
No, it's not.
I'm not a stuffing person, but I definitely grew up with it, having stuffing. I love sweet potato pie. Oh, that's my weakness. My niece, she made a lemon cake this year, and so she brought it over yesterday. So I just happened to eat it. Oh man, I took a bite. I'm like, it just melted in my mouth. I said, oh my goodness, this was so good.
Oh, you're making me hungry. You're making me hungry.
I practically ate it all. I had to remember I had to share some with my husband, but I called her today. I said, this is really, really good. I need you to make one just for me.
Right, just for me. So that's good.
So what do you eat?
Y'all do
what
all
do you
the
have?
things. Like we typically and I'm grateful. We really haven't had any like drama, to that
Right.
extent. Like there's moments where sometimes somebody's a little sensitive about something.
Absolutely.
But for the most part, we try to keep it light, fun. That's why I like to do a lot of games and a lot of music, because that normally keeps people, in a good spirit. But we typically have almost the same meal for Christmas as we did for Thanksgiving. And that's a lot because of me. Because like my mom and them, they're like, we don't have to do all of that. We just did all of that. And I'm like, yeah, but and if I cooked more, like you said, like if I cook turkey year round and I do greens every now and then. I've never made sweet potatoes in my life. So,
Wow.
and which is interesting. Some people say sweet potatoes, some people say yams. But I don't know. I don't do all that. I don't make macaroni from scratch. So I look forward to these times when I'm like, no, we're not going to cheat ourselves out of it again. So I have to think about what we'll do for Christmas. We might switch it up, but I highly doubt it'll switch too far. So I don't know. I was just curious because I hear people do seafood, spaghetti.
Yeah, we've done that.
People have done spaghetti, fettuccine. Like they just like, no, we want to mix it up. We just had all that for Thanksgiving, and I'm like, let me see what Miss Jackie gonna say. I'm like, what she gonna say they're doing? So, are you guys getting together for Christmas this year? Have you decided?
That's a good question. Things are so crazy right about now. I was supposed to have Thanksgiving with my niece. Things shifted. We had to go out of town, so that didn't happen. So at this point, I'm just taking it one day at a time.
Like, I don't know what Christmas will hold.
Yes. What about you?
Yeah, we'll be here.
Okay.
We'll be in my home, and that's normally when I go all out. But I had to kind of do it for Thanksgiving again because my sister wasn't here, and so normally Christmas is when I do all the games. So now I'll throw some other games in there. I left some out because I'm like, I want to keep it interesting. And my dad always wants now. When I say none of us can sing, I mean none of us can sing, but he always wants us to get up and sing because he loves music. He was telling us at Thanksgiving he brought his Earth, Wind, and Fire tickets. He's already got my Earth, Wind, and Fire tickets. They're not coming to July, but he already has his tickets. So I'm like, okay, Daddy. So we're just a music family that can't sing. Now the only person that can is my sister who's in the DR. So I'll be hosting and we'll be having all the food, all the games, all the music. The one thing I'm worried about this year is the gifts.
Okay.
And while the adults understand, the kids,
Right.
that's what kind of worries me. So I got to figure something out. I don't know. Yeah.
So what can we say? Because sometimes we do put a lot of stress on ourselves when it comes to giving gifts and things of that nature. So I hear people say, oh, Christmas is not the same as they say it's so commercialized, and sometimes people make it more about the gifts or whatever, and not as much about the relationship or the family really, really getting together. I'm just coming over because I want to know what gift I'm going to get this year. So how do we encourage people through that?
Yeah, I mean, that's a good question because I think that's more children that are coming for the gift than the adults.
Some adults are just
they didn't come here for no gift because they won't be getting one. I don't really do the adult gifts too much. What's interesting is I give a gift to everybody that comes for Christmas. They get a little something every year. And so again, this year I'm like, I probably won't even be able to do that. I just like to give, but I think it's a lot easier, or should be, for the adults to understand that we're together for family. And we teach that to the children, but they're still children. And I think I'm gonna ask you this. For me, it seems like maybe not now, but back then, in the African American household, Christmas was the main time you got toys.
Right.
So you didn't get stuff all year long. And
Right.
so this was the one time you looked forward to
Correct.
getting toys. Now you might get something on your birthday, but like now they get stuff all year long.
Yeah.
It was not
Yeah.
like that for me then. Like Christmas
Right.
was the thing where you really got your stuff. Was
That
it like
is
that for
true.
you, or like
Mhm.
is that what you found?
Yes, ma'am. That was the exact same for me.
Okay,
Absolutely.
okay. And I think we're bringing that into now when really now they get stuff all the time. And so it's
Mhm.
just starting to shift their mindset a little bit.
Right.
I
Right.
did say at Thanksgiving to my family, I said, I want us to talk about on Christmas, next Christmas, taking a family trip for Christmas instead
Mhm.
of doing all of this. I said,
That
because
would be
we want to
nice.
create memories
Right.
more so
Right.
than gifts. They're not going to play with half of this stuff. Nobody,
Right.
you know, let's just go and create
Right.
memories. We could do a family cruise, we could do whatever.
Right.
But
Right.
I was like, let's talk about that at Christmas and give us something to
Mhm.
look forward to
Mhm.
next Christmas. What do you think
Mhm.
about that?
That's a great idea. I love that idea.
Yeah,
Yeah.
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 So
And even when you're getting together, you're kind of still creating memories just from the
yeah,
different
yeah,
games and stuff,
yeah,
the
yeah,
different stories and, all the
yeah,
laughter. Sometimes you sit back and you just reflect. Last year, this time we were doing X, Y, and Z, and
yeah.
you can really hold on. And I think those memories are great because when you lose a loved one, you have those traditions and things that you can reflect on. You can say, well, when grandma was here, she always made the best sweet potato pie. Hopefully somebody in the family caught
You
that
pick up
recipe
on it.
and can
Yeah,
try to reproduce it,
yeah.
or just different special things that you can have an auntie or uncle or cousin, various family members that just contributed something so special to the family. So I think one of the ways that you can navigate that is kind of holding on to those traditions and trying to make them alive. Sometimes I find that when you sit back and you laugh and you talk about the memories and things, you'd be amazed at how it lightened. I know we were talking, my husband, he's dealing with a loss right now, and we were talking about how some of the things that his brother would do, and he would laugh like his brother would always do. Every time you see him, you take a picture, and I said, well, remember he would do this, and and he began to laugh, so I find that when you talk about those things, you'd be surprised how it can just really, really shift your mood. It takes your focus on kind of off of the sadness, and like you said, it kind of helps you to remember the memories. I think your circle, having people around you that can continue to love on you and build you up. All of those things are really, really important this time of year, because some people, they get really depressed and all sorts of things do happen, even though many people are happy and enjoying it, but there are also many people who it's a really, really difficult time of year for them.
You made me think of one thing I wish I could, what I would love to start doing, although I don't even have any. It's like taking a photo albums and bringing them out at this time of year so that people can flip through and look back. And that's a conversation starter. Oh, I remember this. Oh, I remember this.
Yes.
What was I doing here? This is when, and it's just a conversation starter. And back in the day,
Yes.
you used to keep a good photo album. Now all of our pictures are on our phone. And so a lot of times we don't even print pictures.
You're right.
And so when you just said that, I'm like, I need to get a photo album and just start putting all this stuff in it so that we can pull it out around the holiday.
Absolutely.
And just enjoy the conversation. And so whether it's happy holidays or if it's putting you in a holidays, anyway, it's okay, because just because you're in a daze doesn't mean you can't find your way back over to the happy holidays. And so I just want to send like love, prayers, comfort
Absolutely.
To everybody during this season. We have so much to be grateful for.
Yes.
So much to be thankful for. Although we are going through trials and tribulations, things are coming upon us unexpectedly, health, grief, like you said, all these things, you guys. But at the end of the day, we're here. We have breath in our bodies and some do not. And so let's just find a way to say, okay, instead of me focusing so much on that, we have to grieve. We have to express our emotions. We have to be honest about where we are. And then let's decide, what can we be grateful for? What can we be thankful for? What can I look forward to over the next couple of weeks to finish the year out and to spend some time with my family on Christmas? Even if you weren't looking forward to it, find a way that you can say, you know what? this is what I'm going to bring to the space so that I can create in the space what I want to see happen in the space. So
Absolutely.
that's what I would say. What you got to close us out?
I think you did an excellent job. I don't have anything to add to that. I agree with you wholeheartedly. So we're really hoping that, even though it was very lighthearted, we talked a little bit about the music and the movies and family traditions. So those are even some things that you can even do within your family during the holidays, play different games. We started doing karaoke, and that's just really, really funny. So there's so many things that we can do to really, really love on each other and enjoy each other's company. So we know Thanksgiving is usually like the kickoff for the holiday season. And we just kind of wanted to talk about that a little bit and really wish you guys, a happy holiday season. We pray that, you'll be able to spend time with your family, with your friends, and that it will just be memories that you will be able to have forever after. They would last you the rest of your life. You can make so many amazing memories. So we hope that you've enjoyed this episode talking about holiday or holidays. So we definitely want you to move to the holiday and not stay in the holidays. So we pray that, you enjoy this holiday season. And until next time, we will see you soon. Take care.